Content changed in 2026, and it changed a lot from what I've been doing for the last 10 years. It used to just be about keywords, SEO, rankings, and now things are completely different. In this video, I'm going to show you how AEO content is different than traditional SEO and what you need to do to stay relevant and visible. What's up, guys? I'm Kyle Milan with Milan Media, and for the last 11 years since I started this agency, we have been helping companies show up on search, and so much has changed in 11 years, and the most change, the biggest change we've seen is in the last 12 months. Everything has changed with AI overview, with AI mode, and with all of the LLMs. It's no longer just write content, organize it for search, throw it up there and get found organically and drive traffic to the site. It's also no longer just write content pieces and send it out to people and they click it, because from a deliverability standpoint with emails, that has completely changed. So focusing on AEO, or answer engine optimization, you have to be writing content different. And I'm not saying abandon traditional SEO ways, but you have to be looking at it different. It's a massive change that we've put into place in the last 6 months here and will continue to evolve. So let's first talk about traditional SEO content. And we've written probably 500-600 articles a year for the last 5 to 8 years here. You would come up with a keyword theme. You've got all your main keywords that you're trying to rank for in the keyword pyramid, biggest one at the top, supporting keywords below it. This has been basically how Google has been doing it. They've made micro adjustments to how they rank, but essentially it's the same thing. So when you would write articles, you would focus on supporting content for those bigger keywords or main keywords that you're going after. So you'd write long tail pieces or supporting things that are at the bottom of the pyramid that are all about adjacent keywords that support the main keywords, but you can show up quickly and rank for. And that's the traditional way that most people have been doing it for at least the last 5 to 10 years. Now, on the flip side, AEO content is completely different. It means somebody has asked a question in search, whatever that question is, and they're looking for an answer, and AI mode takes over and it pulls people at the top. If you've identified that your articles are not showing up there, it's most likely because of how the articles were written, structured, organized, and the deliverability of it. So from an AEO content standpoint, it's more about shorter, direct content that's going to answer that question specifically and directly to get cited on the right-hand side, to get cited in the middle section of the AI overview. And then also if you go to any LLM, whether it's ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, Claude, you're trying to show up there, they're basically just scanning the internet and looking for the answer to your question and then serving back the response. They're just doing it extremely fast versus waiting for it to come back to you. So in order to show up for that, you have to be thinking about the types of content that you write completely differently. Now, did you get some quick wins with your existing SEO articles and existing content on your site? Yes, you did. You most likely saw a massive uptick in your citations in the LLMs or in AI overview. You went from position 20 to position 1 because of AI overview. And you're starting to see like, hey, I got some quick wins, but everybody got smart to it and said, what are the rules that we're playing here now? Everybody wants to know how Google's algorithm works, and they give little breadcrumbs, hints here and there, and they've accidentally released stuff and intentionally released stuff and share everything and say like, this is what matters. We're not going to tell you what's ranked. And you got some wins, and now everybody's like, how do I win in the AEO world? And it really comes down to a couple of basic core things. So understanding how fast these processors are trying to run to answer the question that the person asked is just as fast as doing a Google search. That's the goal. If not faster. So therefore your content has to change the way that it's structured and laid out. From a structure standpoint, you want clear answers, direct content. You want TLDR, too long didn't read sections, to where it almost feels like you're just answering a bunch of questions in an article. So it's no longer like story mode of tying paragraphs into paragraphs and using analogies in it and just going all drawn out with like 1,500 words of just like one basic big story from a blog article standpoint, or from something relevant that like a topic piece that matters to you, thought leadership, doesn't matter what it is, and more to they ask this question. Maybe they ask lots of different questions, and you want this one article to answer those questions. Think of it like a better structured FAQ. So just like in FAQs, question, answer, you need to think like that when you're creating your content. Have a too long didn't read section near the top so it summarizes it, and then basically expand it out on an FAQ. So don't just literally say like question and answer, in a longer format. You need to tie it together to where it feels like an article. You also need to have a table of contents at the top. So make sure that your article has a table of contents. No different than YouTube has different chapters when it comes to videos. YouTube put that in place probably a couple of years ago. AI wants to be able to say, hey, how do I go to these sections? How can I quickly organize it? So the bot is crawling the internet and crawling these pages, these articles, and they want to be able to quickly go to like, oh, this section goes here. They go to it very quickly, read the copy, determine very fast, is this relevant, and then serve that back up as the answer. So a table of content helps with that, along with a TLDR, and then you want to add schema markup to it, and you also want to add FAQs to it at the bottom. That's like the core of basically everything that you can do, at least right now. There are other things where people are saying like add an LLM robots text file into your website. There's no proof that that actually does anything. Is it harmful to do? No. But is it worthwhile if it's going to take a significant amount of time? It's better to focus on the structure of your content and how you lay it out, and then how you're going to organize it. So having the FAQ at the bottom, which then supports the article, that's just another way to get direct questions and answers to the article. So it's no longer just like, hey, here's a topic. How do we want to outline this? Tell the story, stuff in these keywords, etc., etc. That works for traditional SEO still, but if you want to kill two birds with one stone, just write it a little bit differently, add in the things that I mentioned, and you'll see better results from an AI overview standpoint with rankings and citations, as well as LLM citations across the major popular ones. So if you're taking one step back and looking at overall strategy, this is what we've done here, is let's say you're writing one article a month, 2 articles a month, whatever your cadence is. Instead of just saying, I'm going to keep writing SEO articles at 1 per month and do the research with places like SEMrush or Moz or Ahrefs, whatever it is, instead of just doing the research saying, this is the topic, the top benefits of X, Y, and Z, you want to make sure that you're saying, okay, we want to, let's say we're going to write 1 article a month, 12 articles over the next 12 months. Let's just say that you're going to do half of them for SEO and half of them more focused on AEO. So the content's going to be a little bit shorter. It's going to be more direct, like the structure that I laid out. And then the SEO stuff that's going to show up maybe first in organic below the AI overview section of Google, that also is good, but it's just going to, it possibly is less likely to rank at the top if you have a lot of competition up there. That's a process that we put in place. We've seen things move as fast as about 14 days from when we've optimized an existing piece of content that we maybe wrote 6 months ago for a client, put in the AEO checklist and optimize it for the answer engines. We've seen about 14 days is the fastest from when we publish that page to when it shows up in the AI overview, gets cited number 1, and is ranking at the top. That's the fastest that we've seen. You may be able to do it faster than that. But if you look at your overall strategy, you want to have stuff for SEO, you want to have stuff for AEO. If you can, blend those two together and just have a piece of content that covers both areas. But I think that the highest likelihood of your success and speed is going to come from, hey, here's my 6 topics or answer engine topics. So these are going to be answering these main questions. And what do I want to do with that? Oh, this is going to be like a comparison of top companies that X, Y, and Z, or top best things type layout. So I'm going to want to create a list of 10 different companies, or a matrix, me versus my 3 competitors. How does this compare to that? You write an article for it. The article turns into a web page. The web page is then indexed, and then it gets cited to where you're showing your benefits versus your competitors. Obviously, make yourself in the lead there. But that's a great way to do it. And a great way to look at it from a strategy standpoint. When it comes to figuring out what should the topics be in the answer engine stuff, SEMrush has a great AI visibility tool and topic research tool. There's probably other platforms out there. Just understand, like, you can see volume behind how often people are searching it. Take it with a grain of salt. It's not going to be super accurate, but it should give you an idea, like, hey, 100 people a month, 500 people a month approximately are searching a phrase like this in Google, as well as Gemini, as well as ChatGPT. So therefore, based on this, here's my content calendar for the next 12 months. These are my 8, 10, 12 AEO pieces. These are my 2, 4, 6 SEO pieces. This is how we're going to lay things out, and then start writing that content. If you guys got value out of this content, share it with someone that you know, and be sure to check out these other videos.